guys, welcome to my channel. Just a few things before I get started. Happy Father's Day to those who celebrate it. It is Father's Day here today in Australia. Now I'm losing my voice because I do have really bad hay fever. Apologies for that, and I broke my microphone. So I'll try and get all that sorted as soon as possible, or the ones that I can anyway. Let's just get straight into it. Thank you so much to those who have subscribed and liked my videos. I really appreciate it. Let's have a look. So let's do a career read. Let's have a look. What do we have for career for my collective? What do we have for career for my collective? Show me career for my collective. Career for my collective. Show me career for my collective. Career. Show me career for my collective spirit. What do we have for career? What do we have for career when it comes to my collective? Right, this is pretty straightforward. Well, okay. I will clarify these cards, but straight off the bat, what I'm getting is that you have to. So you're in a workplace where you've kind of like always wanted to try and leave or look for something else, but something keeps holding you back. Either I've got two things. So you could have told your boss or your supervisor or whoever that you want to leave, and then they made you an offer so you can stay, or they can they could have made like some sort of compromise. Like, for example, if you weren't happy in the area that you're in, they could be like, okay, well, how about if we put you into this section, would you stay? Like, they don't want to let you go. I am picking up that you have gone back and forth with this job, but I really feel like you've had enough there. You're at the point where you're not even trying anymore. Like, you're just going to work, getting your money and leaving. There could be a boss excuse me, like a boss figure, or it could be a supervisor, or just someone you work with, but someone who's in a higher position than you, who is a bit of a douchebag, and they are just making the workplace a little bit miserable for you here. You feel like the people that you work with, they just not your people. There's always like gossip, and people are just like, for example, like office politics. You don't have to work in an office, but just a lot of, I don't know, it feels like high school, and you just feel stuck there, but you're ready to move on and find something else. That's what I'm picking up for the situation. Yeah, you are looking at options. You are looking for other jobs. I feel like the people that you work with, they do your head in. Like, they really, really drain you. You feel like you're not part of the team, or you just feel like you're being singled out, or you just, I don't know, just it feels really high schoolish. But you do have a supervisor or a boss who, they're just all about themselves and money. They don't really care about their workers. And I do feel like before in the past, this really had like upsetted you. It really hurt you. You went home stressed, but I do see you getting over it and just like not really caring anymore. You're just going to work and doing your own thing. You're at the point where you don't even care if you get fired. Like, you're kind of like wishing that they do fire you in a way. But I do see you looking at other options here. Yeah, I see you leaving this job, like getting the hell out of there. For some of you, I do see you not even like giving them notice and just getting the hell out of there. I really do. Chariot in reverse, I just want to show you. That you could have two job offers that you get, and one is going to seem more appealing to you. I don't see you staying in this job for too long. I think you've really had enough, and you're at the point where you just don't care anymore, and you are definitely actively looking for another job. And I do see there could be two opportunities here for you, and you've decided to take one, and I don't really see you giving like too much notice. It's like, yeah, I quit, see ya. For some of you, you could just, just walk out one day because you have an argument with someone, and then you never return. I feel like if you tell this boss or supervisor that you are leaving, they are going to be very cold about it. They're going to be a bit of a hole to you when you do tell them the news. If you tell them the news, that is, they're not going to be very nice about it. They just expect them to say, well, we offered you this, we gave you this, and it wasn't good enough for you apparently. We've tried on our side, but you weren't trying on your side. They're gonna put the guilt on you. Please don't fall for it. That's just them being just an idiot. I feel like the period of confusion you've had, like going back and forth on this job, like should I stay, should I go, should I stay, should I go? I feel like you're at the point where you're ready to go, and I do feel like you are going to start a new job. I do feel like there's gonna be two jobs for you to choose from, but I see you choosing one because you're more happy with that one. It does pay more, and you're just overall more happy with their conditions and what they stand for and all that. I see you being really excited about that. I do see you leaving this job, like just, I see you getting into an argument with someone or some people, like you're going to go in and you're just going to have a really, really bad day. That spirit trying to push you because I feel like you have a bit of trouble leaving this job. It could be because of money or you're just comfortable there. But I think you're going to get Spirit's going to make something happen in the workplace. I wouldn't be surprised if the tower comes here. But something's going to happen in the workplace where you are going to be in the mood where you just don't give a crap anymore. I feel like you are a bit of a softie, and you do feel bad for leaving just like that. But the thing is, you need to look out for yourself. And I feel like Spirit is going to make something happen in the workplace where you're going to get to the boiling point, and you're just going to leave. That's what you need. You need that push to just leave, because I feel like this job that you're in is very, very, very toxic. And it's because of the people that work around there. It's not the job necessarily. It could be, but it's more so because of the boss and the people that you work with. I feel like you've been planning to leave this job for a very long time. You are worried about money, which is completely understandable and normal, but I think you're going to be okay. And I feel like you were in this job because you have bills to pay. You have, if you have kids to look after, you have kids to look after. Which is completely understandable. This is more like your what's it called? Your comfortable place, like you're used to it, but it's not for you. And there is something better. Now, I feel like you're going to get a boss here. You've got the King of Cups here. The boss, your new boss, I feel like is more, they have a lot of patience. They're very understanding, very nurturing. You're going to feel like this boss is more like a friend to you. Not a friend, more like a mother or father figure. I do feel like they're a little bit older, and they're just going to they're going to look after you. They're going to, you know, they're definitely not going to be like this King of Pentacles. See, this is how your old boss is coming up as the King of Pentacles in reversed. Your new boss, King of Cups, upright. They could be a water sign. Your old boss could be an earth sign. They don't have to be. But I feel like your new boss is going to be there to, you know, for example, if you are having a bad day, they're the type of boss to ask, how are you going? Do you want to come in and have a chat? You know, they'll let you have a cry if you need to. I feel like this boss is going to be really, really good. Like, I feel like they're a very nice, sweet, caring person. Yeah. See, this boss is coming up as a Hierophant. That's a mentor. That is someone who's wise and knowledgeable, and you can trust this person. They're going to take you under their wing. And I feel like if you were to change jobs and go into this one that I see you choosing, there is room for you to grow. There's room for you to possibly study to upskill as well. And I really feel like this new boss is going to see potential in you, and they're going to teach you things. They're going to guide you, and you can even end up being a supervisor, or you know, your role will get higher. This is a job where there's room to grow, and I do see that happening for you. You could be studying something on the side as well to upskill. I do see this new job being really good for you. I think you're going to do amazing. I feel like you're going to go into a period where you're just going to focus on your job, whatever it is. It's going to, you're going to be really consumed with it, but not in a bad way. You're just going to love your job. And like I said, I do see lots of room for growth there for you. I see you leveling up as well the more you stay in this job. You got the Sun, guys. That's amazing. Leo energy. So let's just recap, right? Currently you're in a toxic workplace. Toxic boss, toxic people. It's just doing your head in. I feel like you've been in this job for a while now. For some of you, I feel like maybe just even a couple of months, like 6 months. And it's just doing your head in. They're not vibing with the people. Like, they're not your people. You always feel left out. You feel like you're not part of the team. You feel drained. You could be very introverted, and they always want to, you know, just go out for after work drinks, etc. But you're just not feeling it. Like, you don't want to go to work when you go there. And I feel like you've stayed there because, you know, obviously we have bills to pay. We've got responsibilities, and it's a job, and it's a paycheck. You know that you're getting your paycheck, you know, every week, every fortnight, every month, however it is, right? I feel like you have tried to leave this job for a while now, but you just keep going back to it for whatever reason. For some of you, I feel like you have spoken to this boss, this idiot boss who's not a very nice person, and you've told them that you're not happy there and you want to leave, and they could have made some compromise for you. Like, for example, if you don't like the section that you're in, how about we move you to another section or another team and give it a go there. They're just using you because they know that, you know, you bring something to the business. They know your worth, but they don't want to acknowledge it for whatever reason. Now, I do see you looking for other jobs. I see you've been doing that for a while now, looking for other jobs and seeing what else is out there in secret. I see 2 opportunities for you that you are interested in. There will be 2 that will stand out. One of them is going to stand out a little bit more for you, and I feel like you are going to take that one, and Spirit's going to guide you to choose the right job, which you will be choosing. Now, this job, the people you work with, they're going to be amazing. The boss that you're going to have, amazing, very nurturing, very wise, They're going to take you under their wing because they see that you have a lot of potential. They see something in you, and eventually they will like to upskill you, so get you to a position where you could even be a supervisor. I do see you possibly studying on the side as well to upskill, just to get a little bit more a little bit more knowledge about your job. That way you can get a higher position in that business and get paid a little bit more, which I do see happening. I see you being really happy in this job and just being very focused on it, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I just see you just really loving the job. It's not going to feel like work to you so much. You're going to be happy going into work. I do see you also making more money in the future with this job. I don't see you staying in the position that you are in with this job. I see you moving up. So you are going to be in a higher position eventually if you stay with this job. Okay, so that's what I got for you guys. Let's do a yes and no before I let it go. So think of a question and we'll see what the oracle says. So it's a yes or no question. What is the answer to the question that my collective... Nope. So that's your answer there. If you guys are saying, should I stay in my old job? Nope. Or whatever you ask. So that's what I've got for you guys. And I'll see you in the next one. See ya. Bye-bye.